Hello, this is John Schoenfeld with Honda of Jefferson City. I thought I'd go over your car a little bit with you, even though you're not here in person. Honda will send you a survey that does affect how I get paid. So knowing how all this stuff works is hopefully important to both of us. If it isn't, you don't have to watch the video. So here's the layout of the dashboard of your new Honda Fit. So they've got to take the vehicle to you tomorrow. That cup holder is awesome. Everything I own ended up in there. I did own a Fit for a couple of years, so a bit of a fan. So your dashboard, you'll notice this knob sticking out up here. Tapping this knob will scroll from odometer through trip computers. Holding it down will reset the trip just like always. Now the screen above the odometer is affected by these info buttons down here. So if you push the info button, you'll see we scroll through some other options. You got your settings, they got doors and locks and lights and windows and stuff in there. And you got your oil life meter you can check anytime. That saves you money in real time. My Fit and Accord both, I believe I changed on average about 8,500 miles. So that's a lot fewer trips to the shop than other brands that have oil life meters based on every 5,000 miles. This is based on engine run hours and rev range. So it's a sensor in the engine that actually saves you money in real time. Then we've got average speed, range on the tank, and back to vehicle settings. Now you're going to use your big screen over here. Smartphone connection, that's going to be Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So free navigation, you just have to be hooked up to the USB port labeled with a smartphone. AC is pretty cut and dry. Actually, I could use a little air right now. Audio, not too many surprises there. Hold down a button. Ooh. Hold down a button to set preset stations, same as always. Menu, sound takes you to your equalizer, bass, middle, and treble. SVC is speed volume compensation, should be right in the middle, perfect. That makes the engine affect the radio, so if the engine gets loud, the radio goes up in volume slightly. A higher setting might make your radio seem like it was changing volume unnecessarily. So I think mid works perfectly. You'd have rear defrost, circulated air on AC, outside air on heat, push button start. You don't have to hold it down, just touch it to start the car. You got your Bluetooth buttons over here, answer call, hang up call, and voice command. The vehicle can read your phone book, so you don't have to set up a speed dial list or anything. You just say call whomever and it will find it in your phone book and do so. Radio controls, volume, left and right arrows are preset radio stations, and you can change your sources. Let's push up a button. Alright. There's your emergency lights right behind the steering wheel. You got your self-driving features. Lane keep assist will steer you on the highway. Adaptive cruise control will keep you at a safe following distance from the car in front of you. To use any of those systems, you have to turn on main. You'll know main is on because you will see these green letters appear on the dashboard, ACC and LKS, for lane keep assist and adaptive cruise control. So as long as main's on, you can hit set, you're in cruise like always, and that's it. If you want it to steer for you on the highway, you push this button. It does have some limitations. It has to be lines in the road. You have to have your hand on the steering wheel, still your job to avoid things. The car can only stop and steer inside the line. Keep it in the line, that's all it does. And it only operates from 45 to 90 miles per hour. So no self-steering at 95. Adaptive cruise, you turn on, and then it just sets a safe following distance from the car in front of you. Continuing to push the button changes that following distance. So, you do have some other buttons. This little help button for your menus. This one is just a quick change for the screen from phone to audio. Alright. There is a lever to adjust the steering wheel, both tilt and telescoping. My phone's not zooming in on it for you, but it's right down there underneath. Just pull it down and reset it and push it back up. Alright, so there is some other settings to go through. You also will want to do a Bluetooth connection both and set up your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I suggest give me a call so I can go through that with you. We definitely want to make sure you get to use your free navigation stuff. Alright, hit settings. You got system, so you can set up your brightness and contrast for the screen, set your clocks. There's a few other things you may want to look at in system. Voice prompts, the car talks to you. I usually shut those off. Those are in there. You can hook it up to your Wi-Fi at home so you can download your own system updates. You can adjust the volumes for how the car talks in here. And there's a bunch of places where you end up with phone options. Factory data reset, undo everything, put it back to factory. I would suggest hooking it up to Wi-Fi at home. That's where you could also find Bluetooth devices, because not all Bluetooth devices are phones these days. Could be iPods, laptops, tablets, whatever. And then if you want to set up how your doors lock and unlock, once again you have to go through the settings screen over here, which is controlled by the information button. So you go to vehicle settings, hit select, then you got just run through the options. Driver assist system is your active safety self-driving stuff. Safer is more interactive. That's the only thing I can say. Just, keep that in mind. Keyless access is when you touch the door, because it will unlock just at your touch. But you could have it do driver's door or all doors. And then your lighting setup, how long you want your lights down and go off, door setup, when you want your doors to lock and unlock. There is one in there I'm going to go ahead and set for you because it's weird. Security relock timer. If you're outside the car, hit lock and never get in, it will relock itself. But we take it out to 90 seconds, so it doesn't lock itself before you get to the car when you're trying to get in. So that's just annoying. Another one to consider twice. Don't just consider it once. The walk-away auto lock. So walk-away auto lock will lock your doors automatically if your key fob leaves a 5-foot radius. However, that is true even if you don't have it in your hand. So if somebody else has the key or you leave it in the car parked next to you, those things move away. You're now locked out of your car. So it's a great security feature. You know your car is always locked, but just be aware where your keys are, and you may think twice about turning it on. The rest of the settings should be pretty well self-explanatory, I think. Although if you have a problem, just let me know. Again, this has been Honda John. I hope you've enjoyed doing business with us remotely. And if you have any questions, I encourage you to reach out to me. I am your employee. You spent a lot of money for a new car. They didn't give it to me, but you deserve good customer service. So hopefully we'll hear from you again. Have a nice day.